Hello, patrons of the internet. I'm here with Robert, an access specialist too at the Colbern Road Branch Library. Here at Colbern Road, we want to build a community with our patrons, and it's kind of hard to do that if you don't know who any of us are. So I'll be conducting interviews of, I hope, all of the staff, at least a good portion of them. So Robert, what are your primary roles and responsibilities?
My primary role is teen programming and teen services. So that involves a lot of getting together different programs for teens, like ones we've got coming up for NaNoWriMo, National Novel Writing Month, different crafting programs, as well as readers advisory services in the teen area primarily.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Okay, what's your favorite part? Why do you like it?
I really like working with the teens. Some of them are really interesting.
Mm-hmm. As teens are.
Yeah, in a good way.
Children are.
Yeah. Just coming up with different ideas on programs, what I can do for them, as well as I like making the displays. Those are always fun, different books every month.
Those always look good. At least the teen displays always look at one point. You're welcome. Do you encounter any difficulties with the teen program?
There are some difficulties because it's hard to plan so far ahead of and anticipate what the teens might want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the difficulties. I can't just say, oh, 3 months from now when we're going to have this program, we'll be doing this. That may not be fashionable or hip.
Gotcha.
Then, so,
to be ahead of the times.
Yeah, you gotta be way ahead of them, which
Right.
is hard to do sometimes.
Okay.
But,
And I'm sure you want feedback.
yes, of course.
If there's any teens watching,
yes.
feedback is appreciated.
Let me know what programs you would like, and we can try to get them done. So,
What is the most satisfying aspect of your job? Is it the teen program?
it's the teen programming that's really satisfying, but it's also finding the next book for a patron.
Okay.
When they're asking you what you recommend, or when you're trying to help them find the book, that's a really great part of it, because then they go, oh, this looks really good, thank you, and then they'll come back whenever they're finished with it, a couple days later, a couple weeks later, and I love that book, or they, hated it, which can also be really good, because that gets a conversation going.
Yeah.
So
Great.
that part's really nice.
Cool. What kind of books do you personally like?
I naturally read a lot of young adult lit, a lot of teen books. I also like some adult fiction, kind of fantasy, mystery.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about yourself out of the library.
Myself out of the
Do you
library.
have any pets, your family, hobbies?
Let's see, I've got 3 birds. I've got 2 parakeets and a cockatiel.
I didn't know that. I knew about
Yeah.
the cockatiel. But not
Yeah, I've got 2 parakeets as well. The cockatiel kind of rules with an iron wing.
Yeah.
She's queen of the castle.
Great.
Yeah, which is really interesting to say for a bird.
Uh-huh.
I also I play video games when I'm not reading.
Okay. What kind of video games?
Any kind.
Yeah?
I'll play just about anything at least once.
Game Boy and computer and
Yeah, Xbox a lot.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Okay.
that Xbox One.
I'm not familiar, but I'm sure it's great. What is something unique, interesting? I'm sure there's plenty interesting.
Oh, I don't know. I always have a hard time with that one.
Okay. Do you feel like you conform to?
No, I think me being me is unique enough.
All right. Well, I'm glad we're doing this interview. We're going to learn more about you. Do you have any future goals?
One of my future goals would like to write a best-selling novel.
Great.
It's one of my goals in life.
Great.
So,
What kind of books do you like to write? I know you participated in NaNoWriMo.
NaNoWriMo. Yeah.
What is that?
It's National Novel Writing Month.
Okay.
In the month of November, so all 30 days, the challenge is to write a novel, which is at least 50,000 words. And it's just a challenge. It's not about editing or any of that. It's just getting the words down and telling your story.
Great. And is that the kind of novel you want to write, telling your story?
Whatever that story might be, yeah. I write a lot of fantasy, like, kind of, not magical, not like Harry Potter, but kind of that supernatural, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
I like that, those elements.
Cool. How do you think your friends would describe you?
My friends would probably describe me as quiet at first, eventually a little too talkative eventually.
Oh, okay.
I tend to chatter on
Okay.
in conversations. I don't know, probably smart and creative are kind of the standard ones, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Those would probably be the...
I see that, the smart and creative. Do you have any pet peeves?
Yes. People who chew with their mouths open.
That's
I
a
hate
good
that
one.
sound.
All right.
It drives me crazy.
It's a pretty common one.
Yeah.
What is your proudest accomplishment?
I guess for me it would be, going to graduate school.
Okay.
There's only one other person in my family that has a graduate degree.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Great. Congrats.
yeah.
What are your degrees in?
My bachelor's degree is in literature,
Mm-hmm.
and my master's degree is in teaching, high school English.
Great. Where'd you get your degrees at?
I got my degrees in Missouri State University in Springfield.
That's right. I knew you got at least one there.
Yep, they're both from there.
What kind of movies do you like to watch?
I love horror movies.
Hmm.
They're my favorite. So this month, October,
Yeah? It's your
horror
month?
movies, at least one every night. I try.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great.
especially the classics. So
Do you feel like we have enough of a horror collection at the library?
it's pretty good. I think my personal collection's a lot better.
Yeah.
I've got a
That's
pretty
tailored to
large
you.
collection, so.
Great. Let's see. What did you want to be when you were younger? Grew up to be?
When I was little, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Mm-hmm.
Then I realized that might involve blood,
Yeah.
and I don't do that. So
All right.
that was a short-lived
Okay.
aspiration, I suppose.
Cool. Did you want to be an English teacher for a while?
I knew I wanted to be a teacher at some point. I flip-flopped from being an art teacher to a French teacher and then to an English teacher.
Wow.
So those were those were my goals
Okay.
once upon a time.
Okay. Do you have a personal quote that you like? Or that describes you? Or...
Let's see. One of my favorites is, in order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. Coco
I like
Chanel.
that. I don't know who
Coco
it was
Chanel,
by.
of all people, yeah.
Great. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Do you have any life advice for our younger audiences?
Do what you love, no matter what it is.
Great. Thank you very much, Robert, for making
You're
yourself available during work
Yep.
to do this interview. Good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.